rocpodcasts.com.
Right, welcome to another episode of a podcast. The podcast.
But not the podcast.
About nothing but a podcast. It has been a long time making, coming up with another episode.
It has been.
We've been, remember talking to your microphone? And see, we're back off to a rapid start. We've been off busy doing other things. I always say it's one of the best things about podcasting for a hobby. You can do whatever the hell you'd like.
Yeah.
Usually I say fuck. I don't know why I said hell there.
Hey, you know, maybe.
It seemed like a useless place for me to change my normal verbiage.
Yeah, well.
All of a sudden, now I'm editing it up. Now I'm FCC compliant. Fuck you. Yeah, that's going to work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, yeah, we haven't done a podcast, but you've been busy with Eric and other things, and, we're all doing what we need to do.
Yeah, well, I've been on a bit of a podcast run here, as it were. We did a couple of good episodes of Air-Rack. I did an episode of Shoot to Thrill that was pretty good. We did last week's episode of Air-Rack, which was pretty awesome. First time we ever did it without, Stace. It was only 50% of the core group.
Yeah, I hear it.
But luckily for you and Ange Lucia, listener numero uno, we were in business to do some podcasting. And actually, I thought it turned out pretty nice.
Huh?
So our fans should definitely check that out, because there's definitely some more fun talking to be doing going on. Fun talking to be doing to be going on. Did you hear what I just said?
Fun talking to be doing to be going on.
You should throw things at me for saying things like that.
The only thing I have in my hand right now is my phone. I'm not throwing that.
All right, fair enough. Good
okay.
choice.
Give me a beer can. There we go.
All right, stop. Knock it off. Knock it off. Before we get going, I like to throw out the plugs, get them out of the way. Don't forget to follow us on the Twitter at CPainRun, at Buckpoint, and, of course, at Eric Radio and at a podcast, _podcast. Most important plug of all, though, is the Clam Bake.
It's coming up.
It's coming up. We're in under a 2-week marker here.
Hey, did you have a list of the bands that were going to be at this Clam Bake?
I know of 2, but I will get you a more detailed list.
What 2
off
do you know of?
On the break. Revolution Theory.
Yes, okay.
And I cannot remember the other one's name now, but I know one of the guys in it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll get you a more detailed list in a little bit.
What does this guy do?
Guitar.
Oh.
Little vocal.
But, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 bands, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's one band's going to be playing there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that's
the opener's going to be there forever.
Well, that's why I was meaning. I mean, I'd really like to see the lineup. I mean, I got a feeling I may know a band there myself.
It might oh, yeah?
Or a member of one, anyway.
Oh, yeah? Well, when we take a little fakey breaky. Oh, shh. You're supposed to talk directly into the microphone, Bill. Nobody can hear anything you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Remember that. Please talk into the microphone. When we take a little fakey breaky, I'll pull it up for you.
All right.
And then we'll know.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's going to be a freaking awesome time. There's free beer. Mel claims that there will be all you can drink free beer all night. I mean, while supplies last, but he says supplies will last.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact a certain podcast will be bringing about 200 to 250 free beers to be giving away.
Oh, I heard about this special.
The Air Rec Radio Homebrew.
Yeah. Special, what do you call it? Special brew? Was it brewed specifically for the picnic here?
Absolutely. And in true Air Rec Radio fashion, we'll probably bring some cheap commercial beer, too, for when we run out of the good stuff.
Yeah, we always got to have the slop.
A little bit. And I like to bring a nice giant bottle of terribly cheap vodka to mix with some awful lemonade for shot drinks.
Oh, okay.
And shot games.
I thought you were going to say something else for a minute there, and don't ask me why, but,
Well.
awfully cheap vodka to mix with cheap blondes. I don't know. You know.
That's kind of the point. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But that's always fun liquoring them up.
Yeah. Up and down, up and down.
Up and down? Are you just stalling? Are you making noises?
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop just making noises. Talk about something important.
Well, you know, you're going to have to guide me, man. I'm really not focused today.
You're never focused. You know why you're not focused?
Yeah.
Because you have anger issues. You've crotchety old man dick anger issues.
Yeah.
I don't know where they come from. I don't know where they're going.
Yeah, well.
But you certainly got them.
I guess so. Anyway, guess what? The other night, I stayed up to the ungodly hour of 4 a.m. because some movie came on at 2 when I was planning on going to bed.
What's the matter with you? Aren't you grown up?
I used to be.
Let's go to bed.
So I'm like, oh man, I want to see this. I haven't seen this since it came out. I'm gonna watch this. So I stood up and I watched the 2 hours of the Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I still haven't seen it.
You never saw it?
Still haven't seen it.
Actually, I thought it got panned when it came out. Blah 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 blah. I'll be honest. I thought overall it was good. I thought Jessica Alba was kind of weak in it. The costume or effects thereof for the Thing, not bad, not great. Probably the best I'd seen up to that point, but overall the story was great. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. I actually, I stayed up like an idiot till 4 a.m. and I watched the damn thing.
I was comfortably sound asleep.
Human Torch was played by Chris Evans,
Captain America,
who is now established as Captain America. So
whether he likes it or not,
if they ever do get back to the FF or Johnny Torch, Johnny Flame,
Johnny Torch,
Johnny Storm,
Johnny Flame, the Human Torchy Flamey guy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Johnny Storm.
They're gonna have to, find another actor now. So,
or just use Chris Evans. Captain America part-times. And it'd be really complicated when the Fantastic Four join the Avengers.
Well, there's already been links throughout,
of course there were.
History, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because I saw the Marvel lineup for movies through 2020. Did you see that lineup? I sent it to.
Yes, you certainly did.
Via Twitter.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, and
kind of interested in seeing the Ant-Man movie. I'm kind of interested in seeing how they make this relevant.
Well, of course, I'm excited about that. To be honest, I heard Paul Rudd was going to play that.
Ant-Man. Paul Rudd is Ant-Man.
I heard
Ant-Man.
I believe so.
I just want to know when somebody's going to make the Tick. That's what I want to know. Who's making the Tick? And when are they casting Arthur?
When are they casting Arthur? Are you going up for that role?
When are we casting Arthur? I'm so in.
I'm so in for that role. You got the suit?
I'll make one. All in the spirit of cosplaying.
Yeah. I'd like to see you in an Arthur suit, though.
That'd be fun.
It would probably be one of my favorite pictures.
I would have to get somebody really big to play the Tick for me to be Arthur.
Yeah.
My dude's going to be huge. I'm going to get Hulk Hogan to play the Tick.
Yeah, he's too small. He's too small.
For me to make the Arthur difference.
Yeah. I'll have to do a little of that trick photography they do with Tom Cruise to make him look taller than all his leading ladies.
Lifts and forced perspective?
Yes. I couldn't think of the second one. That's the one. That's the biggie.
He's 2 feet in front of them, looking at each other.
It's like in the movie Get Shorty, Danny DeVito's the tall leading man in the movie they're supposedly making in this movie,
Danny DeVito's 3 feet tall. Yeah. I always feel like Danny DeVito when I have to buy dress pants because they're cut differently.
Yeah.
And I have to buy like a 47, 21. That's an exaggeration on both ends, but like where did Danny DeVito show up? They look like they should fit a freaking
the Penguin or something. Yeah, all of a sudden you're thinking, man, I make quite the cartoon character today.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm looking for my giant, perfectly shaped Austrian twin.
It's all right. I can't believe I'm gonna
Nothing
say
for the
this.
twins reference.
I gotta say this on the air. The twins ain't bad. This is bad.
Yeah, you are bad.
Okay, but you remember the buzzard in the old Looney Tune movies? Dum de dum dum dum.
Yeah. They're English. No, those are the ravens.
Them are the ravens.
The ravens. Okay, the buzzards.
The buzzard. He was. I think he was in the Eat It Joe's one too.
Okay, you talk into your microphone, and I'll try not to burp into it.
Anyway, I had someone tell me that my profile looked like that of the buzzard from that cartoon. So don't feel bad about your pants, is what my point was, you know.
I'm going to take a picture of your face.
Thanks.
Thank you. Didn't we get distracted when we did Air Rec?
Yeah, well, you started
Ronald Reagan and Angela.
It was Richard Nixon.
Oh, Richard Nixon. Yeah, that's what it was. Pour into the shoe.
The ski nose. The ski jump nose there.
That's what it was.
You know, so she's probably hating me right now.
Oh, gosh. And now she can't even tell you to go fuck yourself. Which is what she should be doing.
Yeah, well.
And she will be doing next time she sees you, because you know she'll have heard this by then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was, before we got off on whatever tangent this is.
Well, you were talking about
movies.
Yes, and you wanted the tick, of course, which sent us off on this, on our lovely little tangent there.
Our sizeism. Our sizism.
And our cartoonist lookingness.
Well, cartoonist lookingness?
I don't know. They didn't come out right, huh?
Oh, move on to the list of movies from Marvel.
Okay, so now we all know that, first of all, tomorrow, the 1st, Guardians of the Galaxy open up.
Tomorrow, the 1st, Guardians. There's been a lot of press for this movie.
It looks, from what I've seen, I'm thinking it's probably going to be the best one they've made so far.
And it's funny. Well, a lot of times when you see a movie that's getting a lot of press, it's because it's terrible.
Right, and they're showing you the highlights.
And they're trying to get everybody out first weekend before anybody has a chance to be like, dude, this was awful. But on the other hand, you know the amount of money Marvel throws at these movies that they're doing.
Right.
So it might just be the marketing scheme so damn big.
Yeah.
It might still be good. I don't know though. I'm torn.
I think it is going to be really good. I think there's probably a weak point here or there. Our buddies over at Second Prince there, they said they saw a limited trailer for it or something, and they had their opinion on what the wink link was in the movie. But
oh Jesus!
What?
Just tell me.
I can't remember the character's name, but it's the one played by Batista.
Okay.
They think Batista's the weak link as far as acting ability, I guess.
Well, only because Vin Diesel's Groot. If he actually had to do any real acting, I think their opinions would be different. At least that's my opinion.
Well, maybe they should have swapped Diesel and Batista's roles. I don't know. I'm dying to see it.
No, that would be way worse.
You think?
Yes.
I can't imagine. I mean, at least I've seen Diesel in Pitch Black. And
anytime I have to deliver to Vin Diesel delivering lines, I just want to blow my own head off. It's fucking horrible. I can't stand it.
Wow.
I just want to eat a bullet every time. It's unbelievable. He's pretty to look at. I get that, and he does beat him up really good. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's great. Driving the fast cars.
But
he looks good
Clint.
doing that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know, man. There's just no movie stars anymore.
Not one.
or at least what?
Bullshit. George Clooney. I take it back.
Yeah. Okay. Clooney.
My boyfriend is clearly a movie star.
Yeah, the same people could say Nicolas Cage is too.
Well, he is technically a movie star.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
He's terrible.
Although I will say, I saw that Sorcerer's Apprentice he did. I guess he did in 2010 or something. I don't even know.
Hey, that's practically way back in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, well, it was on Ion Television one day last week, and I caught it. And the movie itself wasn't bad. He's still Nick Cage in it, but the story wasn't.
Wild-eyed acting. I'm going to flare my eyes really big and around my oddly shaped forehead and shake my pointy chin left and right. Call that acting. Wow, I can't believe the videotape I'm watching. He's not going to kill. Oh, he kills her. Oh, no. I'm on fire. Oh, the bees.
Yeah. That's like, I think his first big claim to fame there was Raising Arizona. And the subject matter, I didn't care for at all. And then I'm like, yeah, they got rave reviews for that movie, I don't get it.
I remember seeing it and liking the movie, but I don't remember liking it because of Nicolas Cage.
Well, no. You never like it.
I'm not sure that I liked any movie because of Nicolas Cage.
Exactly. Like Ghost Rider, they couldn't have came up with a better actor to play that.
It's fucking awful. Oh, God, I hate him so much. It hurts.
It's funny.
I feel like we're in the Whisper Studio.
Yes.
Welcome to Eric Radio, where we whisper.
We're under our covers with our flashlights on.
Doing undercover podcasting.
Undercover podcasting.
So we don't wake up my dad. Dad's going to come and beat us.
I feel like I'm being flashed back to Stand By Me or something here.
Stand by me. All right, Stand By
Stan Lee.
Stand By Stan Lee. Very good.
Stand By Stan Lee.
And we're calling back to the segment we were on.
Yeah. Which was the Marvel movie. So we got Guardians of the Galaxy opening it up tomorrow, which, let's face it, we're making arrangements to go see it.
Okay.
Also, Marvel's got the second Sin City coming out this year. A Dame to Kill For.
Okay.
Which looks very heavy with the characters we liked from Mickey Rourke and Bruce Willis in the first one.
Oh, okay.
So it's a flashback type thing. Anyway. So then, their new list of movies starting next year, May 2015, Avengers, The Age of Ultron. Okay. After that...
Bill, you have to, even if you're not in the mic, you have to at least be pointed at the mic.
After that, okay, Avengers 2015, May 1st, The Age of Ultron. Then, July 17th, 2015, they're calling for Ant-Man, which I heard Paul Rudd's going to be the star of that. That's, and then on May 6th, 2016, Captain America, The Fallen Son. Also 2016, July 8th, one I'm waiting for with bated breath, Doctor Strange. May 2017, Thor Ragnarok. July 28th, 2017, Guardians of the Galaxy, War of the
sequel.
Yeah, I can't really...
Because that tells me they're filming both at the same time.
Probably. Then, 2017, November, which is odd because instead of entering it in the summer blockbuster, they're entering a play in November with Black Panther. Kind of an offbeat character to be going out at that time, too. So I wonder...
Well, you got I'm not saying necessarily that anybody's necessarily more upbeat than the other, but you have Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther movies all coming out in the same sets of the huge ones. So maybe there's some logic with it wrapping up with a new meeting, a new movie number one, instead of a sequel.
And here it is. Here's the logic being pulled taut with this thread. Black Panther comes out 17th of November. Okay. 2018th, July, Avengers Civil War.
Well, that's the new Avengers.
This is the second Avengers. The first Avengers is coming out next year, okay? The second Avengers, the Age of Ultron, is coming out next year.
And then
Then Ant-Man, then Cap, then Doc, then Thor, then another Guardians, and then Black Panther in November of 2017.
Then Avengers 3, the third.
Civil War.
So, introducing the characters, Ant-Man, Panther, and
For
Doctor Strange.
the Civil War.
For the Civil War movie.
Right.
See, it's almost no fun now that we're onto their scheme. Like, it was... before, nobody had any idea it was coming until the Avengers, and then we all realized that it back-connected to each other. And now it's almost no fun. Now we know that they do that.
No, I know. It's the best part because it's like the comics now. The crossovers are always there.
Yeah, they're always back-connecting to each other.
Think of it this way, man. The crossovers are always there because, look, since they started doing the build-up of Iron Man and all the up to the Avengers movie there, what was one of the constant threads? S.H.I.E.L.D. Who was S.H.I.E.L.D. using as a contract agent throughout all their movies?
Well, they had several.
Black Widow.
And Coulson popped up in a lot of those movies, too.
Right. But Coulson, they've spun off into their TV world.
Good, because I'm glad that character gets to live in some universe.
Yeah, he's working for S.H.I.E.L.D. in the TV world. Okay. He's got his own special team and special mission. He has played acting leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the absence of Nick.
Director Nick Fury.
Yep. So Coulson has been, spun off to the TV world. Okay. But the Black Widow has tie-ins in all the Iron Man movies, all the Avengers movies, the Hulk movies. She's the tie-in. Okay.
What's the tie-in to the Thor? Huh?
Well, what I mean is,
where was Agent Romanoff for Thor?
She was in that. She was in that. She's the one who sent Coulson out.
Well,
there's a dialogue scene about her and Coulson have about Hawkeye too.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take your word for it and just think I don't remember it.
Okay, but anyway, my point, it doesn't matter because my point here is they're gonna have characters crossing over just like they do in all the comics now, in all the movies. So you think the movie's Black Panther? So who else is gonna be in it?
Yeah, we
probably everybody.
Show up.
Sooner or later, everybody's going to be in it. And then after the Avengers Civil War, in 2018, the Incredible Hulk is redone.
I'm interested to see how they do this.
Followed by the Inhumans in 2019.
Inhumans going to be interesting. I'm interested in the Hulk thing because Hulk is a really tough thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a really
They've
tough
been
thing
getting the last Avengers movie, they had them knocked.
They did pretty well. They did very well with that. Yeah.
They did.
But, depending on what kind of comic books you read, Hulk's intelligence grows over time as well, so.
I hear you. I can't keep track of all the multiverses sometimes, but.
Oh, God, that's what annoys me about comic books.
I keep track of the one I'm in.
Yeah, that's what annoys me about comic books, is there's just so many different multi-universal strands and callbacks and crossovers, and I
you know what you got to yeah, you know what I do? I can't keep track of it all. Like the guys at Second Prince, it's their job. They know that shit, I can't keep track of it all. So I try to keep track of the series I'm in, whether it's Amazing Spider-Man or Spectacular Spider-Man. I'm in Amazing Spider-Man, so I can't tell you what happens in Spectacular Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I look at it this way. Other writers taking the character and trying to make it their own. That's all it is.
Well, and, it's like listening to a cover band. I like a good cover band. So you think I like, but it's too much to follow sometimes. The cover band's doing the same music, the same song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been reading a Batman series that I liked because it's Batman. It's pretty much just Batman. I've been able to follow it.
He's not crossing over with Superman and Flash.
He's not dead. It's Bruce Wayne.
Right.
And Alfred and there's Batgirl and all sorts of the familiar characters. So that's why I've been reading that one, and I've been getting that from First Print Comics.
I like it myself. I like that arc right now too.
Yeah.
Buffalo
Road, Gates, New York.
Yes.
First Print Comics. Go in, check it out, buy a comic, tell them apodcast/Airwreck Radio sent you. Before we got off on our superhero 26-minute movie rant,
because we're such geeks,
I was trying to make a little segue, telling you were an angry person because you were screaming about the Facebook app.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? What's going on?
Well, I mean, granted, I'm, kind of not quite techno savvy. Being who
not quite.
I try, but I'm not a geek at it. Okay, but I got the little smartphone here, and I've been using the Facebook app on it because I have no computer, and that was a way to get on Facebook for me. Fine and dandy. Maybe I couldn't access everything, but, I accessed everything I needed to access, and I could message back and forth with my Facebook folk. Well, they don't want me to use that part of the app anymore, the Messenger, on the Facebook app. They don't want that on the app. They want you to download their Messenger app. The problem I have with that, first of all,
is that you're afraid of change and you don't like things that are different?
No. I mean, why do I need this? It was working fine. Why are you, why are you making me do this? Well, here's why. Because now you want to try and access all the information on my phone.
Well, they kind of already did because you already gave them access to the first Facebook. When you gave the first app access, you gave them access to your phone. And they wanted it again, but it's not necessarily a great reasoning for doing it outside of you can't stay stagnant if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, or rocking with the same system, or not updating what you're using. People are just going to think you've grown out of date, you turn into a dinosaur, and you started to die.
What happens if it works? Don't fix it.
This is the digital age.
So
everyone's trying to make everything just a little bit better every time.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well.
Now we're going to argue that.
Change
is good because it's change.
Well, I'm glad the medical field has changed, because otherwise you'd be in some more serious trouble than you already are.
Oh, I'll be all done, man. It'd be nice. They'd put me out to pasture.
I'll put you out to pasture, all right. I'll tie you to the tree out back and smash you over the head with a freaking shovel.
Oh, man. It's romantic.
Several times.
Several times. It's not enough.
So you just wanted to scream about the Facebook?
Yeah, I put off downloading it because I don't need another app. That's the thing. Now you make me have two apps for you. Now I have my Facebook app, and now I have my Facebook Messenger app. It was all in one. Now I have to have two.
See, I haven't received an update for Facebook that has forced me.
Because you already had it.
No, I can still use the Messenger on Facebook, my Facebook app, as well as the Messenger app.
They made me switch it yesterday.
I haven't received that update yet. Not
Really?
saying that I won't, but as of right now, I can still just check my messages like a message box.
Yeah,
and not have the active app.
They wouldn't let me do it.
But I can kind of see.
And I used the app to say happy birthday to somebody that I missed yesterday. And I'll tell you right now, I don't like the app compared to the old section of Messenger in the app that I had. That was really easy, concise, boom, boom, boom. This is floating all over the place. I don't know. It just, it's like the government. Redundancies where there shouldn't be.
Well, the reason why.
And none where there should be.
Well, the reason why it's floating is so that you can be able to multitask. You can still talk to your friends on Facebook while you're checking your sports scores or whatever. While you're checking your stock market ticker or whatever. But I can see your point if you're forced to stop using it as a messenger on the original app and start using it as or a message box and start using it as an active messenger program like an AIM.
Yeah.
An AOL Instant Messenger.
Didn't you see it?
I know how it works. I have it. I use it all the time. I like the functionality of it. But I'm saying I wasn't forced to. I chose to. If you were forced to, I can see where you might have a differing opinion.
Well, that's my opinion. I don't like it.
I think you might be afraid of change.
I ain't afraid of change. I'm afraid of fuck-ups.
So you're afraid of looking at yourself in the mirror?
I try to avoid it. So did you see Enrique yesterday?
In what now?
Enrique yesterday.
What's in Enrique yesterday?
I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, isn't it Enrico?
Is it Enrico?
I thought it was Enrico.
It's spelled Enrique.
Yeah, I think it's Enrique. I have no idea. Enrico. I don't know.
But you know
matter.
who I mean.
Son of Julio.
Yes, he has his own little singing career here. I didn't mean any bad thing about that, but
smaller than Julio. Yeah, okay, got it.
Well, he's Julio's offspring. I don't know. He might have sold more records than Julio already.
Somehow I doubt that.
Well, you never know. I don't know I don't have that information handy right now. But he was on AGT yesterday. Hashtag AGT, anybody? Yeah, Cory has no idea what AGT is, dude.
None.
America's Got Talent.
Oh, okay. America's Got Talent. With the big-nosed Jew there. Okay.
Stern.
Yeah.
Stern.
Yep.
And the smaller-nosed Jew,
Howie
Mandel, with the no-talent Mel B and the gorgeous Heidi Klum.
I like how Heidi got a little bit of a more generous introduction there. Heidi got a little more love from the Bilbo. And the ever-glowing, perfectly designed goddess from heaven,
Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum.
Heidi's definitely my favorite personality on that show. Mel B, I mean, it took me a while to figure out she was a Spice Girl, and that's how she became famous and everything. I really don't know her career as far as,
I think that's all she's ever done.
Yeah, I don't know. But
minus maybe a failed solo career, but...
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that's all she's ever done.
Howie, multi-talented actor, comedian.
Game show personality.
Yeah. Howard is Howard Stern, and I'm going to leave
the
that at that.
The king of all media.
I'll leave that at that. Mm-hmm. But Heidi's definitely my favorite on the show.
We could tell.
And I haven't watched a lot of this show. This is actually the first season I've seen pretty steadily. And I got to say, there's been a lot of real good talent on this show. Some incredible things. I don't know if it just because they're not going to win. I saw some acts that, wow. But yeah, where was I going here?
I heard a big. I have no idea. I heard a big thing on about America's Got Talent.
Enrique. So they had him and Enrique Iglesias on last night, and he did a number, and I don't know if they're part of his whole band all the time or just for the song or what, but he had a couple other guys there that did a little rap with him in the song. It was a mix between a little rap and him singing. And I got to tell you, man, he brought down the house. I was like, wow, he was good.
He tickled your bone?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of stodgy on, modern music.
No, not you.
But, man, I tell you, I know talent when I see talent. That's my point here. I mean, the guy is definitely fucking talented. He tore it up.
Well, I mean, we'd all like to pretend like his father wasn't talented, and he certainly sold a ton of records and made an ass load of money.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
How talented are you?
Not that talented.
No, not as talented as said motherfucker.
But I was impressed because I wasn't aware of his music. I haven't listened to it. I mean, I knew he was out there with a musical career. I knew he had some success. I have never heard his music, or if I had, I didn't realize it was him. And he came out and he owned it, and he owned it well.
There's a comedian I heard that came out against America's Got Talent, saying that the game was rigged, that from pretty much tryouts on, it's a corporate structure decides.
Oh, sure. It's a reality show like anything else.
Exactly. And he say that with the comedian side of things, is they would do things like tell comics there'd be a 1,500 person crowd, so they designed their bit for a big crowd.
And then they'd go out and play against the 4 judges.
And they go out, exactly. And it was just the 4 judges who were told, don't smile or laugh, it'll make good TV.
Right.
And then they played dopey music behind them and cut out, any good punchlines and just leave some, mediocre bull.
Yeah.
And, force people to lose. The same thing with dance and singing. Force
the singers to the front is what it's about. Forcing the singers to the front to make someone make records and,
Well, even with that is like, okay, so maybe next year they might have a comedian win.
Well, the comedian they had on last night, he could be. I can't remember.
I bet if he didn't win last year, he's in the running to win this year.
I don't know who to give credit to, Howie or Howard, but one of them said he looks at him and he sees the love child of John Lovitz and Jerry Seinfeld.
That's a lot of.
And it's apt. It's an apt description, but the guy...
That's a lot of gefilte fish.
Yeah. But it's an apt description.
It's a lot of matzo balls there.
It's an apt description, and the guy...
You were an apt description.
Yeah, well, I was an apt pupil. No one else got the Stephen King reference.
What?
It's a Stephen King reference.
Somebody had to make a reference. Luckily, it was just you.
So, anyway, yeah, he was a good comedian. So far, he's been killing it. Was he going to win? No, they're going to force the pretty blonde singer to the forefront, of course.
And, I don't even know if I want to freaking watch this crap, anything like this, because I know it's all predetermined, written, scripted bullshit.
Right.
It's not really a competitive reality show.
Well, here's as far as the competitive reality part of it goes. The early shows in the season where they narrow it down to the top 12, okay? All them people that they showed before they got to the top 12 or top 20, whatever it was, out of that group of people, there was a lot of very talented people. They a lot of bad people too, but the talented ones, there was this one girl, Mara. She was 13 years old. The fucking girl could belt out a song like you wouldn't believe. Now, she wasn't going to go, she's not in it anymore. And I knew I hadn't seen the show. I don't know when she got knocked out. But she made it through 2 rounds. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then she wasn't there when I turned it on last night. So I don't know when she got knocked out, but I do know, she is a very talented little girl. Her career's not over by far.
I don't know that I give a fuck about this because it's just some expos bullshit throwing darts at the wall. And I'm starting to think it's not the. I think all our entertainment. I'm starting to I'm starting to lose faith in football.
Oh, jeez.
That it's not a rigged game.
It's
not a predetermined.
Rigged. It's not that it's rigged. It's just that it's like our government. It's like our democracy. Everybody's got their hand in it now, and it's not the pure thing it was.
Well, no, I don't think game shows were always rigged, but somebody got their hands in it, and that's the way it was. It's just another thing. I don't think I'm giving. I'm having a hard time getting ramped for this season.
You know where I've been
because I'm starting to think that it's bullshit.
You know where I've been getting my love?
From hookers?
No. You know where I've been getting my love?
I already gave you my best guess. Hookers.
Yeah, and this is corny as hell. I've been getting my love from the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Okay.
Ellen comes on at 4 o'clock right after the Westerns that I like to watch in the afternoon.
Okay, after geriatric television. Okay.
Ellen comes on, and she's, I don't know if you've ever seen her show. She's been on the air 11 years, is this talk show host. And she's, she comes out, she dances, she has guests, she plays jokes on them, she scares them. They're celebrity guests. Yeah, they're pimping their wares, whatever they may be, a book, a movie, whatever. But Ellen just gives to everybody. Everybody in her audience. There's 200 people in this studio audience. Everyone's going home with fucking TV every day of the show.
Yeah, well, it's not like she's paying for that. She's getting sponsors to cover that.
I understand that, but the fact that she's there being the vessel to make all these people happy and ecstatic.
I thought you were referring to the stupid little Ellen gifts that she gives all her guests.
Oh, yeah, them are cool, too. But, if you go to the Ellen store, I really ain't paying $20 for one pair of underwear, okay?
Did you check it out? Is it $20 for a pair of underwear?
$20 for a pair of underwear.
If it had been $5, would you have bought it?
Yes.
You would have walked around with Ellen DeGeneres on your balls?
Sure. Actually, she would have been across my ass, but, Yeah.
That's the closest she was getting to any man's ass. I'll tell you that much right now, folks.
That's true. But
Can I get one that looks like pork?
But I mean, that's her whole show, is giving back to her audience, to people who are in need, a story she hears here and there. It's just a feel-good thing. She does her little segment about cats, whatever. It's cliche, but I'll tell you what, man. You spend an hour watching Ellen, you feel better than you did before you sat down and watched Ellen.
Sometimes your crotchety old manness drives me nuts. Makes me want to kill you with your Scroogeness, I guess.
Scroogeness.
You used a word earlier that I was trying to come up with, and I couldn't come up with it. But sometimes your geriatric condition is cute to me. Aw, he likes the little daytime television show with the cute little lesbian lady with the jokes. That's fun.
I'm sorry. If you can't not watch Ellen and not feel better after than you did before.
I tell you, I don't hate Ellen as much as I've hated many of the people who've done those type of shows before.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen those shows and hated them.
My favorite to this day has always been Mike Douglas.
I liked the Tony Danza show.
Tony had a talk show?
Yeah, just like Ellen's. He was competing with Ellen, and that's why he doesn't have one anymore.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, he's just dumb as a box of rocks. Seems like a really nice guy who could knock you out.
Right.
But, seems like he was like another guy. He was giving, but he was always giving to charities and stuff. But the interviews weren't great.
No,
the interviews were not. Wasn't some insightful banter with deep thought out questions.
Wasn't engaging.
No, he did not do it. So, what kind of cat you like? What's your favorite color? Oh, you like pizza? I like pizza.
I like pizza. Yeah. You
All
like cheese on your pizza?
All right, and now a word from our sponsors. Thank you for watching the Tony Danza Show. Ba 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 ba.
Wow. He was in a movie with Michelle Pfeiffer before he was Who's the Boss, Tony Danza. It was in the 70s. I want to say it was Midnight Madness was the name of the movie, but I'm not positive.
Are you familiar with the sexual position, the Tony Danza?
No.
That's when you have her bent over and you're doing the male's doing the female from behind.
Mm-hmm.
He balls up his right fist, cocks it back, punches her in the back of the head, and screams, "Who's the boss?" What?
That's
Who's
bad.
the boss, bitch?
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah. Movie. I'm sorry. Movie.
Yeah, I think it was Midnight Madness. It was either Midnight Madness or there was one other movie it could be.
Are you trying to tell me about a captivating role that Tony Danza played?
No. He was very
awful.
Yeah, he was Tony Danza.
Hey, Angela. Hey, it's Angela.
It would have been like Ron Howard's American Graffiti for Tony Danza.
American Graffiti.
Speaking of Ron Howard.
Okay.
Ron Howard had a bit part
Speaking of a segue.
On my favorite afternoon westerns, Ron Howard had a small part on Gunsmoke a week ago.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Little Opie comes running
little
on
Opie,
Gunsmoke.
little Opie, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't Gunsmoke. It was Bonanza.
The Ponderosa.
Yeah, he was with Adam.
My grandfather used to go take a nap.
No, wait a minute. Adam, the guy who played Adam Cartwright,
Okay.
was Pernell Roberts.
Oh, all right, dude.
You don't know.
No, dude.
You don't know Bonanza. Wow.
No, dude. I was just about to tell you how old Bonanza was. My grandfather, when he'd come home from work, when I was in diapers, would say, "I'm going to take a nap. Wake me up when the Ponderosa started." And that meant when Bonanza started.
Right. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, the guy who played Adam Cartwright was named Pernell Roberts. Pernell Roberts later went on to play, I believe, Trapper John M.D.
In another Western?
No, not Trapper John M.D. I'm sorry. He played a doctor in a show later on.
Was it a Western show?
No, it was a more modern.
It was like a cop
show.
drama?
Doctor
drama?
Doctor drama.
What was that terrible doctor drama with the coroner in the 80s?
Quincy?
Yes.
Yeah, that
Quincy.
wasn't it, but yeah, the Quincy.
I'm glad you came up with it. That's exactly what
Jack
I was.
Klugman.
Yeah, that was
Jack
awful.
Klugman.
God, was that show terrible. Nice jacket, though.
The tweed sport coat.
Yeah, his Land's End friggin'.
Okay, Quincy. The zippered.
Yeah,
Land's
he had
End
the,
one.
not the Land's End, no, what the
I
hell.
was thinking
the members only coat.
Yeah.
He had the members only coat.
Yeah, I was thinking the tweed sport coat. That goes back to Oscar Madison, The Odd Couple.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's about enough with 80s television shows that nobody who's listening to this either knows or remembers or gives a shit about one of those three things.
How do you know? Maybe they're reminiscing, time traveling in their heads.
Oh, I'm thinking a lot of the people that listen to podcasts such as our podcasts are probably beyond the television thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Entertainment's entertainment, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people my age, or in my demographics at least, seem to get a lot of their entertainment from alternative medias.
It's true, but
podcasts, Netflix, websites,
right,
blogs.
but what are they watching on Netflix? They're binge-watching television shows.
Well, at least there's no commercials.
But they're still binge-watching television shows, you know?
But at least, well, yeah, I'm not saying television's awful. I'm just saying that it just seems like they're not binge watching Quincy. They're binge watching all these awesome new shows that are coming out with the Game of Thrones and House of Cards and
I don't know. If I got my mom Netflix, I bet you, and I showed her she could watch Quincy full season, I bet you she'd do it.
So 7 people are watching Quincy. 1 million people are watching Game of Thrones.
But that's the thing, man. They're binge watching because they don't have to be commercially interrupted
with bullshit
commercials.
Flo selling you car insurance, and Toyota selling you Camrys.
You know, and for a guy that really dislikes the whole point of marketing, some of these commercials are pretty well thought out. And
name one.
Oh, come on, you gotta admit, Flo keeps fucking changing, so it's at least like, what the fuck, you know? It's different every time.
I'm tired of car insurance commercials, but I think if anybody, I'm going to give any props to any car insurance commercials, it was going to be Geico.
Yeah.
For having the best, longest running campaign of all time.
Even if you hate it, you love it, you know.
You at least know it.
And it's like Affleck.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah,
I'll give you that, too.
Which brings me to this new one that I keep seeing. And I'm not even sure if it's AT&T or whoever that does the Framley.
The what now?
The Framley plan.
You heard
your
what
phone. It's called the Framley plan. And I guess the more people you have, the cheaper the bill, but everyone gets separate bills, blah, 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 blah.
Boopity bloop. It's Sprint.
It's Sprint. I'm sorry. It's Sprint, which, you know, I think Sprint kind of owns the one I'm under. I'm under Boost, so. Anyway, the Framley plan, they've had a host of commercials, and it shows this hypothetical Framley of all the different people in it, but there's a family plan, and I think what's supposed to be the father is a gerbil and a ball, and the mother is played by actress Judy Greer, who was the nymphomaniac astrophysicist that wanted to do all the boys in The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's where I saw her recently or last, and she pops up everywhere. It was very, she gets a lot of bit parts and stuff. She's a working actress.
I cannot say that I've seen this commercial, and I cannot say that I believe you.
Oh, you know,
I don't watch commercial television, but why don't we give it a look-see?
Go ahead.
I don't want him in the family.
The more people we have, the more we save.
He already owes me money for like 4 pizzas.
We all get separate bills. Besides, if you don't like Gordon, why did you invite him this weekend?
I didn't invite him. He just shows up.
It's pronounced Gordon.
Hey, let's go, honey. Those tacos ain't gonna eat themselves over there.
Tacos.
They look great, by the way.
Start a Sprint family and everyone gets separate bills.
The bills are separate.
And now pre-order the Samsung Galaxy S5 for $0 down and get a Galaxy Tab.
I think the mouse sounds more like dice. Andrew. Hey, there's tacos over here. Little boy Blue, he needed the money.
I'm on my way. Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Each with $1.25. Oh, Joe came down with $2.50.
But yeah, I kind of found them humorous. At first I found them like, what the fuck's going on here? Then I kind of found them humorous. I'll probably be tired of them by tomorrow. So
I kind of wanted to smash Gordon in his face.
Well, I think we all did on that.
With his Converse All-Stars.
In the
and
goth
his black
makeup.
lipstick.
Yeah, I think that was the point there.
Oh, really, Gordon? Your name's Gordon? Go sit down, Gordon. Shut up, Gordy.
Yeah. Take it easy, Francis.
I don't know where you get off trying to beautify your name and make it special. Sit down, Gordon. It's pronounced Gordon. It's French. No, you're an asshole. Sit down. Shut up and enjoy the ride.
See, Cory made a lot of friends in high school.
He's part of the family plan.
Only because it lowers our bill.
Because he fits in his butthole at the same time. I think that's enough for this wonderful edition of podcasting, brought to you from A Podcast.
A Podcast.
Make sure you follow us on Twitter at CPainRun
and at Buckpoint,
and of course at Eric Radio and at _podcast. Make sure you spread the love to the ROC podcast family, and thank you for joining us on another lovely episode
of a podcast. Say goodnight, Bill.
Good night, Bill.
ROCpodcasts.com.